Do what I told you to do. Hi guys, welcome to Lady Hypnotic Six Steps Tarot. This is girl Nikita. Who's up for a chat? I'm here for a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm bored. Done my washing, my cooking, my cleaning. Fed the kids, they're fed and watered. So who's up for a chat? I'm here for a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I've been through the wars. Like, it's like retrograde is over, but we've got this we've got the aftermath in it. Let me tell you something. I've been through the wars like for a whole week. It started off with my knee. You know, my partner took me to the hospital to get checked to see, you know, have a X-ray to see what's going on with my knee. And done an X-ray and what have you. It said like I've got a ligament, a swollen ligament in between the you know. Hi Donique, hi. Will my final hold on just a second, let me tell my story. Hold on, you're gonna have to ask me again because that's disappeared. Right, stick a pin. Yeah, so went and had the X-ray. They told me that I've got a swollen ligament in between my knee joint. So I said, they said they're going to send off for an MRI scan and what have you, they have to do a referral for the doctor. So I said, you know what, bun that. It's a spiritual thing. Ain't nothing wrong with me. My bones look normal. Everything's normal. Just this one thing sitting in between my knee joint. Well, anyway, me and my partner had our, you know, we didn't have an argument or nothing like that. He went ghost, like for a whole week, no communication, nothing. Well, anyway, I decided, you know, as you do, fuck him. I've had enough. Don't want to know. Not interested. Lock him off. As soon as I've done that, my knee's perfect. No swelling, not hurting, nothing. Okay, cool. Locked him off completely. Come the Monday morning, message. Oh, we've got a property for you. A 4-bedroom, what have you. It's like, okay, so to me, it's like this man's carrying like genes, or like when I say genes, like the Muslim will understand what I'm talking about. Spirits. Do you get what I mean? Energies. Not the one. So yeah, it's all about cleansing energies and what have you. Then what happened? Go to a meeting. Keys missing. Lost my daughter's car key. Had to fork out to pay £200. I don't know how much that is in dollars. For a new car key. The other daughter's flying out. She only got 2 weeks. Passport's run out. Next $140. Next £140. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, can't I save money? I can't be with my man without feeling some sort of spiritual attack. Crazy. But anyway, it's cool. All right, so viewer number one, Donique, what are you saying? Bipolar bitch, what are you saying? What was the question that you asked me? Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Oh, Lord, this is so weird, funny. But yeah, Donique, are you there? You asked me a question. Will my financial situation improve anytime soon? Do you know what? I've just ordered some cards, you know, that just hold on. So I was typing. Yeah. Funny enough, I've just ordered some cards that's just solely, you know, on money, so that I can give readings just based on finances. Let's see. Let's ask the cards. Tell me, how many times do you want me to shuffle? It's about you. Let's pick up your energy. How many shuffles? Gone offline. Okay. Alrighty. So I'll give you the good news and I'll give you the bad news. I'm shuffling. How many times do you want me to shuffle? Hello, hi. How y'all doing? Okay, no response. I'll just give me a minute. let me. Will Dominic's financial situation improve? Aha! So you're needing to use your intuition, okay? You need to be secretive when it comes to your financial stuff, all right? With the High Priestess here, yeah? I don't know if you can see, camera's a bit blurry. Yeah, but this is the High Priestess here. So you need, it seems like, you know, when you get some money coming in, don't let anybody know when you're getting paid, that kind of thing, because just their energies alone, do you get what I mean? Even when you go out and buy stuff, don't be quick to tell people what you've bought from what you ain't bought. Do you see what I mean? Because what's in here, what they're thinking and what's in their heart and what comes out their mouth is three different things. Do you get what I'm saying? So you need to keep secretive about your finances, okay? Just do what you've got to do, innit? No one needs to know. King of Cups, yeah, like, you know, well, that's about emotions, that kind of thing. But at the same time, you know, yeah, you need to sort of hold that. It's like holding back, innit? He holds back his emotions. Same thing. It's two cards of holding back. Do you get what I'm saying? Two cards of holding back. So hold back from, refrain yourself from, you know, disclosing what you have from what you don't have, what you have coming in from what you don't have coming in, you know? I can see that you're sort of stressed out at the moment because of your finances. Do you see what I mean? Because things are not right at the moment. But yeah, with the Three of Cups thing, it looks good. It looks good. And also be careful of the friends that you have around you. Okay, be careful of who you have around you. All right. When it comes to finances as well, you know, you really need to make that decision. Like, you can't be, especially if you've got friends coming round or you're going out with friends and what have you, you need to really, you know, put your finances into perspective. Do you have the money to go out with your brethren or friends or whoever, you know, sisterings, whoever? Do you have the money to have people in your house feeding them? Do you get what I'm saying? You need to think about these things now. It's logical sense. I don't do common sense. Do you see what I mean? Because I ain't common. But, you know, logical sense. You really need to prioritize your finances. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to be all about your money. Flat Earth. Hi, Alaska. Is it Alaska? Hi. Yeah, so do you see what I mean? It's all, you need to be all about your money. Keep it to yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, keep it to yourself. You know, no one needs to know. You know, so you need to decide what it is, that decipher what it is, what works for you. Do you see what I'm saying? The less people know, the better. So I hope that answers your question. I'm not doing a Q&A, by the way. I'm just here for a chat. I'm just here for a chat, like, you know what I mean? If you ask me a question, oh, so be it. But if not, then, you know, whatever. What are you lot getting up to on Saturday evening? Well, here it's what time is it? Here it's 5:40 in the afternoon. Where you're from? Where are you all from? It does. Okay, that's good. Hello, hi Christina. How are you doing? How are you? Where are you all from? Where are you from? Where you tuning in from? I'll tell you something. This retrograde thing, you know, you'd think it'd be over by now. Like, we've been going through it for so long. It feels like the whole year for me. Like, just everything just not going right. You know, I learned my lessons from it. Is that, you say Flo? Is that Florida, Christina? Is that Florida where you're? Yeah. So as I said, like, you know. Is that Florida you're saying? Flo? Flo. Oh, St. Lucia, get out. Okay. Okay, my daughter's St. Lucian. She's flying out in 2 weeks. You know, I love them. They're rude though. They ain't got no behaviour. I love it when they're cussing people. And I love it when they say children. They say children. I love it. I love them. I love them. Okay, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. You know, love their accent. Love their accent. Lovely people. But you get on the wrong side of them, they're cussing your ass out. You wouldn't even know where to put your face. Love them. You know. Yeah. So it's nice to sort of like talk to all of you. Do you see what I mean? Like instead of just doing readings and posting. Today I was meant to do the Friday, like the weekend vibes. But I tell you, it's like Satan he's always trying. You know what I mean? And as soon as shit hits the fan, Sage comes through the door. So I start to cleanse down the house. You know what I mean? Because like, I'm tired of bad vibes. I don't like it. Not interested. And I try to uplift everybody. You know, on a weekend we want to go into New Year. You know, leaving the shit from this year behind. Yes, can't keep my mouth shut. Don't worry, I'm the same. I'm the same. I love to talk, you know. Yeah. So, you know, so you just have to cleanse up, man, because, you know, people, places, people that are around you, people, you know, when you're out and about and, you know, people, you're mixing amongst people. So obviously you're picking up their energies. Make it worse, you come from out a road and you just get on with what you're doing in your house. Do you see what I mean? Them bad energies are still around you. Go and have a shower, man. Wash off that, you know, all them energies and what have you. Cleanse your yard, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, this spiritual realm is real. Is real. You think we're walking alone, we're not. Day and night, you know? So I can't just have two people in the chat. So like, you know, is there anyone else? Like thumbs up? You know, if you can click on the like. Everybody gotta sleep. I know it's the time difference as well is a problem. I know that, you know, because our clocks went back. You know what I mean? Our clocks went back an hour, so the time difference. Most of my viewers are from the US, so you know, and come certain time of the evening, I need to have my rest. You know what I mean? I need to sleep. I'm channeling. I'm doing all sorts. You know. So what you all like to talk about? What is it that you want to know? If you want to ask a question, I've got cards in front of me. If you would like to ask a question, ask a question. I'll give you the best and truthful, authentic answer I can give you. So, you know, reel out the questions. Any relationship issues, financial issues, anything you'd like to ask? Yes. Gardeners, Christina. Let's see. Gardening job. Let's see. Gardening jobs can pay well. It just depends on whom. Do you see what I mean? What you know, if it's a company or is it like residential, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, there'll be success. You know, if that's the kind of thing, then yeah, there will be success there. Yeah, if that's your thing. And this is a card of waiting. It's the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is like you've done the groundwork. Do you get what I'm saying? But and you're waiting. You know, you will hear back. Give it time. Give it time. We can't rush things. You get me? You know, but don't be waiting. You know, it says don't wait. You know, this is a card of waiting upright. You know, don't wait. Keep on trying for other jobs as well, because, you know, whilst you're sitting there waiting on that one, maybe that one that you've applied for is not for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So apply for many more, not just, you know, so at least you've got a contingency plan. If you know, if you get what I'm saying, you've got a choice, you know. But yeah, you can be successful in it. Mm-hmm. Christina, you laugh. Boy, yeah. Sometimes when we're planning to do things, we're all too much in a rush to hear, or you know, or you're waiting too long, then you know. But sometimes these things take time, and one thing we don't have is patience, anger management. Okay. Yeah, sometimes we don't have the patience, and if only we have the patience, then we'll see, you know, when you're rushing things, then it don't happen. And we sit there wondering, bloody hell, why isn't this happening for me? I've got all the qualifications, I've got all the credentials that's needed. I know I'm good enough, but why am I getting, you're in too much of a haste. You put it out there, you manifest it, you put it out there, leave it, go to the next one, do the same thing, apply. Out of the many, do you see what I mean? It's the efforts that you put in that you will get back, you know, and that's in anything in life that you do. You know, it depends on the vibe and the energy. You know, you're an Aquarius. Oh, wow. Okay. Very intelligent, intellectual person. But yeah, y'all crybabies, you know. You're always moaning for something. Aquarians, I love them still. My little girl's an Aquarius. Yeah, them love Bali. But don't be fooled. You can't mess with them. They're not stupid. Aquarius. Yeah. Wow, I've got Aquarius in my natal chart as well. That's me. But I'm very diplomatic. Don't mess, you know, very diplomatic. I try and see the you know, the good in everything, but at the same time I'm very practical, so I don't do foolishness, you know. But Aquarians are more the same, you know. They you know, they don't take things lightly, you know. They do take things to heart sometimes. Yeah. So what else y'all have to talk? What you have to talk about? I could sit here and talk about a plethora of things, but that's about me. You know what I mean? It's about me. What y'all want to talk about? Relationships, finances, anything. I'm just seeing one person in the chat now. Not really seeing much. Yeah, some of y'all need to have, I'll just do a little read. Some of y'all need some patience, collective, please. Some of y'all need to be balanced. You need patience. Same thing I was talking about just a little while ago. Yeah. There we go, dropping cards. Yeah, in too much of a haste, you see, that's the toxicity, see? The devil and the, you know, too much, you know, too much in a haste to do things, some of you. You know, to get a feel about my kids and the holidays with me. Okay, so where are your children? Are they not with you, Christina? Your children. Are you away from your children? Because I'm seeing that you've maybe left them behind. But there will be a return, you know. I'm unable to work most. Okay, sounds great. Well, I'm seeing a return here. You know, they're away from you. You've left them behind. I don't know. I don't know your story. But there is a return here. This is about children, the Six of Cups. But it's also a card of the past and returning. you know. So, you know, I gather that, you know, you will see them if that's what you're asking. Make the call, okay? I feel like you're feeling, hi, Joseph David. How are you doing? Yeah, I've got the five of cups here. So I'm seeing some sort of regret, some past regrets or something to do with your past. You know, here I've got, you know, the eight of cups. Eight of cups is walking away from your, you know, cups are about emotion, so maybe walking away from your kids. So this is what you're talking about, your children. And the six of cups is about children, but it's also about the past, and it's also about return. So maybe, you know, you left your children maybe with your parents or what have you. Not back home, we normally leave our children with our parents, and we got to work. Do you see what I'm saying? We got to work and what have you. But I'm seeing some sorrow here, you know. Your hair is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, I'm seeing here that there is some sort of, you know, you miss them. You're missing them. But the chariot movement, 9 of Wands, yeah. I feel like you're exhausted, you know what I mean? I'm seeing a bit of confusion with you. You miss your children. I'm seeing that. I'm sorry about that, but I have a question. Okay, go ahead. Christina, I hope I've answered your question there. Go ahead. Joseph, ask the question. Okay. Okay. Right, let me tell you about children. Okay, I've got 8 kids myself. They're all, you know, my oldest is 28, my youngest is 9. They are 10 hours away. I was them worried, should I? Okay. Well, look, I've got 6 girls and 2 boys, and within the 6 girls I have a pair of twins, okay? Now, what I always say when it comes to not being able to see your children, that kind of thing. Okay, children are children. Children don't stay children for long. The babies don't stay babies for long. They grow. Um, you know, if they're in a place where they're being fed, they're getting the love, they've got a roof over their head, fine, fair enough. You're quite away from your children, and the only main thing you can do is communicate. Okay, if the other parent is making it difficult for you to communicate with the child, then there must be ways and means. If it means writing letters, do you see what I mean? Old school, go back to writing letters or what have you, that kind of thing, to communicate with them. You know, hence why I'm saying to write letters, sit down and write to the child. If you find that the letters are coming back, just keep on writing and just put them one side. So one day you are going to see that child, and they can write, you know, you'll have the letters there so the child can see that you try to communicate, if that's what the issue is. I'm hearing communication. Communication is an issue. um I don't feel like there's any problems. The only thing is that once a child gets to 16, 17, 18, once they hit the 18 mark, I don't know whether your child is a girl or a boy. Okay, but boys need their fathers, that male role model, you know. Okay. I don't know if the, you know, I don't know if depending, male and female is different. 10 hours away. Okay, in Florida. Okay, I hear you. But what I'm saying is that, you know, even though you're so far away, I mean, at the same time, communication. if you have a child out there that needs you, do you see what I mean? You needs the support and what have you, try and give that support, even if it means in communication, it does help. Do you see what I mean? If you can spend the time to write a letter, if that letter returns back to you, you know, somebody, you know, the person that's with your children is, you know, is not allowing them to see the letters or what have you, just keep writing and put them one side, because one day that child will communicate with you. Okay. Another thing is that once they get to that age between the 16 barrier, between 16 and 18, they need to start trying to find themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? They need to try and find their identity, where they're coming from, where they're heading, that kind of thing. If you think back to when you were 16, it's like a time of out in the wilderness, lost. Do you see what I'm saying? So they're searching and you know, within, you know, once they get to that, I know with boys it's different, because they need that male role model. They need that, you know, they need it, because us as women, we can't teach them how to be men. Do you get what I'm saying? We can only teach them how to, you know, the basics, you know, but male children need their male fathers around. Okay. And it's only sad that, you know, some women have just got this thing in their head that, oh, if I don't get child support, if I don't have this up, they use the child as a weapon. It's the wrong thing. But I don't feel that you know, if I need to ask you, what makes you feel that you should be worried when it comes to your children? You know, the adult children, well, you know, once they reach 18, they're adults. They're just young adults. Okay, so they should be able to communicate with you. No one should be able to hold them back from communicating with you. Nine of Cups. I'm seeing here, Nine of Cups shows me happiness. You know, it shows me happiness and peace. That's what I'm seeing. What is it, you know, what is it that makes you worry about your children? What makes you think or feel that way? Has something been said? Some sort of communication? It's to do with a son? A boy? No answer. Okay, I can't help you. All I'm seeing here is just that, you know, this, if it's a child and it's a son, they're quite happy and content. Do you see what I mean? With the Nine of Cups, you know, it looks, you know, meditating by the sea, you know, meditating, happy and content, you know, and we've got the sun here. So, you know, this can indicate a son being a male, you know, a son. Within the foundation where they're living, you know, where they're living, I feel like this person, the mother is very nurturing, very loving and caring. That, you know, caring surroundings, but also the Nine of Wands. You keep saying they live 10 hours away, but I mean, you know, even though they live that far, are you unable to travel? Is that the problem? You know, we have here the Nine of, you know, somebody's feeling exhausted here. Okay, well, there we go. I can only go so far, you know. You may live 10 hours away from them, but, you know, 10 hours, you know, make that movement. You want to see your kids bad enough, you will travel the distance. 10 hours. What's 10 hours out of your life? For your children. That's what I mean. I'll travel the other side of the world if it's for the sake of my kids, to know about their well-being and so forth. And if I feel that they're in a place where you know, that I have safeguarding issues where my children are, I'm taking them home. I won't leave them. You know, so you have to tell me what the issue is. And listen, I've got 8 kids. Yeah, I raised all 8 kids on my own. I've been married, okay, twice. Yeah, I raise all of them on my own. I don't stop no baby father from seeing my kids. You understand? It's for them to use their initiative. It's not about the money. I don't want no money from them. It's not about money. It's about the memories that you build, that they build together. Do you see what I mean? Baking a cake together, going out somewhere. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not about the money. And if I know, say, I'm not with my children and they're 10, they could be 20 hours away, I'm going to make that point of duty to make sure I'm going to travel to see my kids. If I have to be in a hotel, I don't care what it is. I have to make that initial move. I have to make that movement to go and see my children. Not unless I'm sick, I'm housebound. Other than that, no, I have to make that decision to see them. I have to make that effort. What you put out is what you get back. You ain't making no efforts, then how you expect to see them? Logical sense, you know? Logical sense. I raise all my kids on my own. Never ask nobody for nothing. If they ain't got an initiative to see whether the child is okay, whether it's fed, watered, got a roof over its head, it's been cared for, it's in a loving, warm, loving home, you know, the child is clothed, that kind of thing, well, that's on them. That's your loss. I don't never chat bad about my baby fathers to my children, because at the end of the day, they will see it for themselves when they get older. There's no need for me to rub no salt in the wound. No point. Makes no sense. Just saying. You know what I mean? I got, there's a couple of my kids that don't even know who their dad is. You know? But, they don't need them. And that's funny because, one time I said to my daughter, I said, does it bother you? You don't have... And it's my twin girls, actually. But one of them, the oldest twin, I said to her, does it bother you not having a dad around? Their dad's in the States. And she said, no, I don't feel no way. I don't, they go to school. There's other children with their fathers around or what have you. I'm just giving you a scenario. So I have to ask if it bothers her mentally, it can mess a child up. Do you see what I'm saying? Because other children have it, but I don't have it. That kind of thing. She said, Mum, I got God. God is my father. So I'm okay. I don't need somebody here in person. Do you see what I mean? So for a child, and she was young at that age, she was about 9 years old. So for her to say that to me, it speaks volumes. Do you see what I'm saying? She's got a heavenly father. Do you see what I mean? If this one on earth ain't helping her, well, then the one upstairs, do you see what I mean? She can't go wrong. She can't go wrong. He's with her all the time. Do you see what I'm saying? He's with her at all times, like no matter how she's feeling, he never let her down. He don't sell her dreams, promises that he can't keep. Do you see what I'm saying? He'll never lie to her. He'll never hurt her. Do you get where I'm coming from? So it just speaks volumes. People need to change their mindset, especially when it comes to children. Especially when it comes to children, we're here to take care of them, to nurture them and to, guide them on this earth that we're living. And we can't say it's hell that we're living here. Nah, it's the people that's here that, that are brainwashed. Do you get what I'm saying? That have issues. Why have them if you can't take care of them? Why have them if you it just don't make no sense. If you can't play a role or a part in their life, do you see what I mean? But if you really want it, you will go and get it. You will fight for it. Hell on earth, it don't matter. You would work your ass off to pay them court bills, solicitor bills, whatever, barrister, whatever, to fight for your children. Just even if it's just to see them. Providing, it's not about us as parents, it's about the child. Do you get what I mean? Most people think that, oh, I'm going to hurt him or I'm going to hurt her if she can't see the child. Nah, you're hurting the child. It's a child that suffers. It's a child that carries the raft of what the parents going on with, their foolishness. It's not their argument, it's your argument. Do you get what I'm saying? I grew up without a dad. I didn't know my dad till I got to about 6, 7. And I sneaked went and saw him when I wanted to see him. No, ain't nobody stopping me from seeing my dad. Whatever you argument you lot have, that's between you. When I want to see my dad, I see my dad. As long as he don't, as long as there's no sexual abuse, safeguarding. If there's safeguarding issues, yeah, I understand. Okay. Yeah, see, communication, that's all it takes, communication. Do you get what I mean? Like, it doesn't, you don't have to be, there's no need to be hostile about it. I ran and saw my dad. Anything I wanted, my dad gave it to me. If it's money to buy sweetie at a shop, you know what I mean? Candy at the shop. I'll go and buy the candy and eat that candy before I go home because I don't want to ass whooping because where they're gonna ask me where you get money from to buy. Do you see what I'm saying? I can't say I went to my dad's. Hell no. Listen, I get a beating. Then it's my grandmother raised me, yeah. So my grandmother would tell my auntie, and then tell a friend. So all three of them, I get a beating. Oh, such a Nikita going to such and such, such and such. By the time I see them again, you know what I mean? This happened days ago. I go to them, I get a ass whooping. Do you get what I'm saying? So, no, I couldn't. I'll keep that secret, keep that to myself. Yeah? Go see my dad, and I've seen him, he's seen me. You know what I mean? He give me whatever he's got to give me, and that's it, done. If it's something to do with money or what have you, either I keep the money and hide the money and don't say nothing. If I spend the money, if I spend the money on candy, I got to eat that candy before I reach that house. Simple. You know? But yeah, that was me as a kid. Like, that was me as a kid. You know what I mean? But God rest my grandma's soul, The two of them died at the same time. 19 years ago, almost 20 years ago, and my grandmother was she was my everything. Excuse me, she was my everything. She was my life. She was that was my mother. I never had a good relationship with my mother, but now I'm my mother's carer. Do you see what I'm saying? I've got no daddy. I've only got one living parent, which is my mum. But now she has a mental disorder, so I'm her carer, and I have 5 children that live with me that have disabilities, learning disabilities. So it's hard for them when it comes to comprehension, understanding, that kind of thing. So, ADHD, hyperactive, that kind of thing, autism and what have you, if you understand where I'm coming from. So yeah, it is hard for me, but at the same time, never a dull moment. I'd rather go and do a 9 to 5 job, to be honest, because the job that I do right about now is 24/7, 365. I don't get a break. I don't get a break. So me doing tarot, I don't, I do tarot because I have 6th sense. So I see things before it happens. Do you see what I mean? Like if the postman is coming, I know what is in his hand before I even drop it through the door. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's not like I can prevent things from happening. I can say what's going to happen. I'll give you one scenario, recent, okay? So last night I went to bed quite early. I had a hectic day. Went to bed early and I drop asleep, yeah? I drop asleep and I was having this dream, like I was with a friend of mine, but the car that he was driving belonged to my partner. So, it was kind of weird. But dreams never run straight. Okay, so me and my partner hasn't been talking for a while now. We, as far as I'm concerned, it's ended, but for him it hasn't. Yeah. But anyway, so in this dream, I'm in the car with him, but this car is going as soon as he is this the how can I say the clutch is like is the lever that's at the top. So you move it. So when they move the lever, the car's going fast, faster than wind, faster than lightning, faster than I couldn't breathe, nothing. So I'm struggling. I'm saying, no, I don't like this. It's I can't breathe. I don't like it. You need to stop. And then he slowed down and everything was fine. And then he come again. I thought I was going to die. You see, when I wake up out of that dream, I swear to God, my heart was pulsating like it wanted to come out of my body. What happened? He rang me. I haven't heard from this man from God knows when. He rang me this morning. I was even scared to go back to sleep. That's how bad it was. I was so scared to go back to fucking sleep. I ended up sleeping propped up like this. Do you see what I mean? So anyway, he rang me this morning, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Things come to me in dreams and vision and what have you. You know, that's how I get things, you know. I didn't see that. It just totally went. So you're going to have to type again for me to see all of what you said. It comes and it goes real quick, Christina. But yeah, so you know, it's weird how things come to me. I get things in dreams. I get things, you know, come at me in vision. You know, I see certain things, and sometimes you know, just the other day I went to the top shop, corner shop, and I went to buy my things, and one man in there was saying to the shopkeeper, "Oh, I've lost my credit cards. I've lost my bank cards. I lost my driving license. Rare, rare." They both have been very to me. Okay, I got you. Well, yeah, you need to just rise above it. Do you get what I mean? Don't take that on. That manipulation crap. Just keep it one side. Do you get what I mean? Over your head. You don't need that. Do you get what I mean? So just, you know, don't even entertain it. Yeah, because that's what it's looking for, entertainment. Don't entertain manipulation, mind fuck, that kind of thing. No, you're not interested. Over your head. Keep smiling. You know what I mean? Keep smiling, stay happy. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't make people put you down. Don't make, you know, if they want to be narcissistic and foolish and stupid or what have you, let them be like that. But you do one better. Do you get what I mean? 10 times better, you know? But yeah, be a kid or not. Sometimes sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. My grandmother used to say that to me all the time. And I didn't get it until in my 40s. You understand? That's when I'm understanding what she said. And you know, back on people, they speak in riddles. So certain sayings. Do you get what I mean? But anyway, back to my story. So I went to the shop, the shop, and I said, the man's there pouring out his heart and soul. I've lost my key, I've lost everything I need, you know. So he wanted to buy some stuff, but he didn't have the money to buy it with. You see, when that man left, I turned around to the shopkeeper. I said, "Do you know that man?" "Oh, yeah, 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 come in on a regular basis." I said, "Really?" I said, "Guarantee that man ain't coming back to pay you, whether he's sorted out his finances or not, you know, whether he recover whatever it is that he's lost." I said, "You ain't getting that money." He said, by the time I got back to the shop, he said to me, "You're right. The man never come back. He never paid me when he said he was going to pay." I said, "Mm-hmm," because I saw it. As soon as he came in, I saw everything in front. It was like action replay before it happened. Like I saw it before it happened, literally in my face. The first time I noticed that I had hold on, I think this very slowly. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't Okay, the translation is very slow. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how I would fix that, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it's my internet running slow because it's raining over here. The weather's not too good. And also, so receiver, you know, the receiver maybe is not good, the route at the moment. And also, I've got some construction work going on around the house. So, you know, that as well, because they put on scaffolding. If you understand what scaffolding is, they put up scaffolding and thing around the property. So it spoils, it sort of interferes with the connection. So I'm so sorry about that if it's from my side, you know, but I will look into it next time. But yeah, so the first time I ever, hold on, I move on. Okay, okay. So how do you find it now that you've moved? You know, you've moved from Miami. Like, how do you find, even though being closer to them, how do you find it? Do you communicate with them much? Do you get to, how's it helped? Oh, okay. Do you see? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You see, when men have the upper hand, it's a whole different ball game. They love to talk about women this, women that, da, 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 da. But you see, when the shoe is on the other foot, they come 10 times worse. Do you get what I mean? They have no compassion. They have no compassion. Okay. Well, you can only do what you can do. You can't put your hat where you can't reach it at the end of the day. You cannot. You can't put your hat where you can't reach it. So at the end of the day, you can only do what you can do. You know, if the more you get to see them, the better. That's the main thing. The more you can do with them, that's the better. But you see, if the men have the you know, excuse me. Oh wow. Oh wow. Do you know what? The best thing is to do self. As long as your children are safe, do self. Yeah, that's right. Well, what can you do? Just do your hardest. Just what keep on doing what you're doing. You know, from what you're telling me, do the best you know how. Do you see what I mean? You know, sometimes parents is I don't know. This translation is so slow. Have done everything in my power to be with. Okay. Now I understand, but do you know what? There's only so much you can do. Just remember, let me give you a little incentive. Yeah. Your children are not yours. My children are not mine. They belong to the Heavenly Father, thy Heavenly Father. We're put there to just guide them, protect them, and give them to us. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Do self. Make sure you do what you can, your best for your children, and that's all you can do for now. Keep in your mind that it's only temporary. Yeah. It may, you know, with God, one day to us, 24 hours for us is long. For God, that's like a minute. Do you get where I'm coming from? So no matter how many years, 20, 30 years you've got to put in to, you know, keep on doing what you're doing. That's all you can do. You can't do no more, no less. Don't argue with nobody. Make sure, you know, open an account for your children so the money's always going in if you don't trust them to have it to take care of them. You understand? Do it that way. Yeah? If you see them, you have them holiday time, do as much as you can. Well, there you go again. So if that's the case, then Christina, then you need to go to court. Save up your money, take it to court. Take it to court. And if they don't do what the court action or the judge says they're to do, take them back again. You know? Co-parenting is like, you know, they equal, you know, there has to be some sort of reciprocity. I wasn't being told about school events. I was blocked from the school events. Oh, wow. It's painful. I know it's painful, but you know what? You just have to keep on going. You know, you need to focus on yourself. Yeah. I know it's painful, but focus on yourself. Focus on being the best you can be. Okay. The best parent you can be. Even though you're not able to do what you want to do for your kids, make sure that you do the best you can. That's the only thing you can do, my love, is just do the best you can. If you, you know, if they're holding back things from you and you really, as I said, the only other option is going to court, you know. Yeah, I know. I know, parent, you know, when you love your kids, you love your kids. No, you ain't got a choice, Christina. You ain't got a choice. You got to love your children. You ain't got a choice. I don't know anyone that don't love their kids, and if anyone I know that don't love kids, then something wrong with you. Period. You know, I know it hurts. Keep on praying because you know what? You see that man upstairs? He has a plan. And he has a plan for everybody. We're all unique. He lives within us. Do you see what I mean? So it's the belief and the faith that you have within. Do you see what I mean? That keeps you strong. that keeps you going. Just do what you got to do. That's all you got to do. You can't put your hat where you can't reach it. You understand? Every dog have it 9. Every dog, when I say that, it's a Jamaican terms. Every dog has its day. Do you see what I mean? Today for you, tomorrow for me. Do you see what I'm saying? Just do the best you can when it comes to your children. You miss them, you love them dearly, but that's all you can do. Hi, Christina. Hi, Lisa Wagner. Hi, Lisa Wagner. I thought she was saying hi, Christina. Hi, I'm Christina. Hi, Lisa. Sorry, I was just looking. I thinking, you know, yeah, you love your kids dearly, but at the same time, as I said, like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Do what you can do to make yourself the better person. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, have faith within yourself. Do what you can do for your children. As I said, you can't put your hat where you can't reach it. You understand? Work your ass off, do whatever, but do self as well. Because it can get you down and it can get you into this hermit mode, which turns into depression and all other type of things. Do you see what I mean? And one thing you need to do is keep yourself balanced. Bad guidance and bullying and physical abuse was on the other side of the family. Right, okay. So do you expect anything any better? Do you? You can't expect any different. I miss foster daughter so much. Oh, you miss your foster daughter, Lisa Wagner. Yeah. Well, I don't know what the situation is with your foster daughter, but yeah, it's hard. It is hard. It is painful. I mean, I've got so many. I've got 8 children, and just one missing out of the house feels like, it's like I've lost my handbag. I've got one idiot to sit in. My youngest, she stays laughing because all the other older kids have gone out. She's just me and her here. But yeah, I don't know where I'd be without mine. I don't know. I don't even think I'd be living if I didn't have them, to be honest. I left home from 14. Yeah, left home from 14. I lied about my national insurance and I work, put myself in college. Fully qualified accountant, started working until I had my first kid. Do you see what I mean? So, and I had my first child young. I was pregnant at 16. Like, I was young. I'm lost without her. Yeah, I can well imagine. I can well imagine. I sympathize with you. I really do. I really, really do. I'm not, I can actually take myself out of my shoes and put myself in your shoes and understand. It is very sad. It is very sad. But you know what? You just have to keep going. Listen, they only have you, at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what goes on that side of things, they only have you. When that side of things is going too bad for them, it's only you they're running to because that's all they have is you. But everything is for a little while. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. So that situation will change. It will change. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Stop it. Come and say hello. This is my last little one. Come here. This is my last little one. This is Lachey. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my last little one. She's got ADHD, but it's complex. So she's on medication, so it's complex. So it's a mixture of a plethora of things. But very smart little girl. She's Aquarian as well. Miss Little Barley. But yeah, so I love, go and play with the dog. I see where you're coming from. Thank you. Beautiful. She does my head in sometimes. She does. She does my head in, but that's the joy of it. Do you see what I mean? They make me laugh. They make me cry. They make me angry. They make me, make me happy. They bring out all emotions within me. Do you see what I mean? But I totally understand. I totally get it where you're coming from. I mean, my oldest boy, I don't talk to him. We don't get on at all. He's a Gemini. We don't gel, period. And I miss him because he's my firstborn. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do the best I can. My mother had three kids, three children, and I'm in the middle, So my older sister, I don't talk to she. That'll be another. That's a story for the TV actually. That's a soap. I'm only joking, but yeah, like I don't talk to she. She's my older sister. She's like 5 years older than me, so she's well into her 50s or early 50s. And then I've got a younger brother that's a year younger than me, so we haven't seen him for years. Like he disliked my mum. I don't understand. But me and my older sister, we left home from a long time. He was the only one left there. Both my children were very young when. Oh wow.
Oh my.
As long as he ain't abusing them children, that's the main thing. You see what I mean? But if you have to get away, get away. By all means. By all means. As long as he brings no harm to them kids. If he's bringing harm to them kids, then you need to do something. Okay? That's you see where my focus went? Okay, fine, fair enough, it's you. You're an adult. Do you get what I'm saying? But the kids. Okay, yeah, it's not a nice thing. It's a nice gift, but I locked off my gift when I had Sixth Sense. When I had Sixth Sense. But my first experience was I saw my grandmother's death 3 times. I was pregnant with my fourth child, and I saw my grandmother's death 3 times. And I told her that I saw her death 3 times, and exactly how it went. Exactly how I saw it is exactly how it went. But the only thing is, the people was different. The people that I saw was different. So say like it was my uncle, it wasn't my uncle, it was me, it was myself. Do you see what I mean? So the actions of what played out, and I sort of locked down. I didn't want to see nothing else. I don't want to see no death. I don't want to see myself. I don't want to see my children. And it got to a stage where I'd be with my friends, and my friends would be telling me, "No, there's something about you. You're psychic," because I used to tell them little things, and they see for themselves, until it got to last year. I think it was last year. I predicted 3 pregnancies and what have you. And my daughter said to me, "You know what, Mum? I think you should make something of it. Do tarot or something." So it took me to have a heartbreak, do you get what I mean? 2017, in able to actually watch other tarot readers. And I was watching them. The main one was Tyler's tarot. I watched Tyler, very outgoing, bubbly person. Do you see what I mean? But I feel he has little issues himself where he's kind of closed off, that kind of thing. But yeah, he showed me certain things. Like when he was using the cards, I was thinking, how can I incorporate it into the cards? But I only watched him for a little while. It's only now and again I will go on and I'll watch him and what have you. But I incorporate the cards. So sometimes I'm holding up the card and that's not what the card means. But to me, it's the feeling that I get from that card, the vibration that, that I can bring over to the message to the collective. I don't do personal readings because I'm so on point, and it's draining to the point where I don't think I can handle that. On top of what I do already as a carer, I couldn't manage it. I couldn't. Sometimes I get the odd person come in and, as they're talking to me, I'm just shuffling the cards. Before they even walk in, I'm telling them certain things, That's me. But yes, having Sixth Sense, it's kind of weird. It's different. It's not the same as being, having, being psychic. Well, you're psychic, yes, but you have all different types of people that see. God blesses us in many different ways. Some of us, we read tarot. Some of us are intuitive. Some of us, we see it like, and I mean, see it like as in, I don't know if you've watched the movie Sixth Sense. So you see the little boy in that movie, and the woman died. The woman died. She got run over by she was a cyclist, and the woman comes stand up beside him, but the body's way over there with the cyclist. Do you see what I mean? That's how I see things. Do you get what I mean? Just like that. It's scary. It is frightening, but at the same time, I'm not scared of it. But it's just, it's just how it happened, how it hit you, But yeah, I just feel, just you know, try your best, all of you, try your best to just keep on going, thinking of them, doing for them, keeping them in mind. Do you see what I mean? But the only thing you can do is be your best selves. You know, be your best selves. Just do what you keep doing what you're doing. I know you miss them and what have you. Do things that make you happy. Do you see what I'm saying? Things that remind you of them. Can tell when my kids are okay, when they're not. That's good. That's the main thing. Yeah, that's the main thing. Same with me, like with my children, you know, I'm the same. And the funny thing is that some of my children, not all, but some of them are, you know, they have sixth sense as well. I'll tell you one thing, my daughter has a tattoo, not a tattoo, it looked like a tattoo ever since the girl that, you know, has got with him. Yeah, well, we all know how that goes, don't we? Because at the end of the day, you know, once he's with, you know, that woman, you don't even know that woman, if the woman's enticing him to do so. Man fool like that, you know. That's what I'm telling you, men are fool like that. I hate to say it, but sometimes you've got men out there that just listen, let me tell you, see the power of a woman, men don't understand. It's disheartening. It's all disheartening. But you know what? As I said, you lot can only do what you can do, innit? You can't do any more or less. Yeah. But as I said, like with things that remind you of them, that you know, the funny things, you know, the happy memories, just keep that in mind. Play music that you know they would listen to, that kind of thing. You know, the things that they like, you know, that kind of thing. Keep it positive. You know, your thoughts of them, you're missing them, but make sure it's happy thoughts, not sad thoughts that, okay, you miss them. They know that you miss them. You see, children are intuitive, very intuitive beings, they are. It's as they get older that things start to change, you know, because they've been misguided by others. Do you see what I'm saying? And you know, because other people, you know, that's just how it is. It's just that we're just misguided, brainwashed, you know, all of that kind of thing. So we ain't got no control over that. You know, we've got no control over that. You know, but yeah. Well, guys, I've been on here for an hour and 2 minutes and counting. I'm now going to sort out my little girl and make sure she gets sorted out. Why are you here?
Bye.
Listen, little girl. Yes, go. Do you see what I'm talking about? Miss Nuffisha, that's what I call her. But yeah, so yeah, I've got to sort out my little girl and what have you, and prepare her for, you know, to settle down and calm down. So funny you say that because I do the same thing. Yeah, of course. You know when things are going wrong. You know, there's a few. But as I said, right, as I was saying before, I actually go. One of my oldest daughter, she has a birthmark on her tongue. Yeah, and a few years ago, I said to her, "Be careful what you say to people because as soon as you say it, it's going to manifest in front of your eyes." Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you don't get it straight. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, you don't get the messages straight away. Yeah. So anyway, my daughter got she got a birthmark on her tongue. And I said to her, I said, I always drum it into her head. She's a Capricorn, yeah? And I said to her, I said, listen to me. Anybody harm you?
Oi.
Anybody, like, you know, anybody hurt you in any way, say anything bad about me, say good things. It's delayed. I know, because when you actually send me the text, it comes up very slow, but then it goes very quickly. Yeah, I understand. Maybe I have to try and sort out from my end. I don't know if it's from my end, but I will try and sort it out. But yeah, if you know, I always say to her, always say good things, always wish people well. Do never say anything bad. One day she said her and her brother was arguing, and what she was shouting through the window. Listen, you see, by the time that boy stand up, he dropped like a sack of potatoes. She told him he'd go and drop on his face, and exactly what happened within a split second. And I always tell her, be mindful of what you're saying. Be mindful of if somebody hurt you in any way, it doesn't matter what it is. Always wish them well. Do not never say that this is going to happen to them or that's going to happen to them. And she's now 25, and I just I keep drumming, I still drum it into her head, please be careful of the things that come out of your mouth. So yeah, I've got a few children that are very intuitive and psychic as well. Okay, they can't read themselves, and they're not quite open to it, and they're quite scared of it. I understand, because I've been there. They're kind of scared of it, and they don't know how to use it. So I teach them, and ever since I've been doing tarot, and I'm on, it's only since last year, February, or was it this year, February, what me I talk about? This year, February, I started my YouTube channel, and it's through them why I started it. And I said, you know what, there's a lot that I can bring to the table, I can't see that. I promised to be... Listen to me. It's not nice when a child has been brought up on promises, okay? It's not nice, because, it's not nice. It's just not nice. And that's one thing I always make sure with my children. I do not give them. But then you've got others out there that will bring that to the table. You don't make promises you can't keep. I never make promises. A promise is a comfort to a fool. And I don't take nobody for no fool. Do you see what I mean? Especially a child. Do you see what I mean? Because it plays on them. Mentally. It's a mental thing that it can stick for life. It can ruin their life. Do you see what I mean? Never sell anybody any dream, because you know what? Unless you know for sure that you can make that dream possible, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But if you have sixth sense and you know your kids are all right, you will know, you will feel. Well, if he's controlling his own parents, then that goes to show, isn't it? If you have an ex-husband that controls his parents, so I want to know, when he was younger, who was his parents? It makes no sense. You think I can have a child rule me? I bring them, they never bring me. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, well, you know what? I wash my hands, because there's the door. Do you get what I'm saying? And I pray for you every day. And that's exactly what I did with my oldest son. Me and him don't agree, ain't got no manners. But at the same time, I miss him like crazy, and I love him like, whoa, there's not, my love for him is endless. We don't communicate for 4 years. You know what I mean? But if I hear that he's doing well, I thank God. I ask God to take him under his wing. There's only so much you can do as a parent. Do you see what I'm saying? But if your ex-husband rule his parents, then that means he's been ruling his parents from when he was a child. You understand? So what type of parents him have? And it's a hereditary thing. Do you see what I mean? It's a trait. So don't worry, because them kids are going to come to rule him same way. Yeah? Come to rule him same way. Yeah? Just remember this, a little incentive, okay? Patient man ride donkey, yeah? Think about it. Just be patient. Slow and steady, you will win the race. But anyway, guys, it's been lovely speaking to you. And I have to go now to sort out my little one. So, you know what? Stay focused, stay positive.
And mind your business.
You mind your business. Cheeky little thing. But anyway, stay focused, stay positive, keep the faith, okay? Keep the faith, and don't stop fighting for what's right, for what you believe in, and keep the faith. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, don't let nobody drag you down, put you down. Rise above it, okay? So, stay blessed, y'all. Speak to you soon.